Hello and welcome back. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, Paint with Gloria. Now let's get started. So we're going to start with the blue, mixed in with just a tap of white, but again it's mostly blue. But we're going to just tap and twist and turn. Okay, I forgot to explain to you. You might wonder, what is she painting on? Well, I'll tell you what. This is a canvas pad that I'm using. And I taped it here so my pages don't move. And also I taped it here so that I have a frame of 8 by 10. So once I put it in a frame, once I'm finished, it'll be an 8 by 10. So this is why the tape is here, because whatever gets painted here will be cut off. A little bit more white. Twist and turn. Just a tap of black, blue, white, white, tap hard, pick up some more blue, okay, I'm going to put more white in there, liquid white. I want it mostly white because of the snow. Twist and turn. Don't forget to twist and turn. Okay, a little bit more blue, just a little darker. And I'm using a paper, actually it's not a paper plate, but it's a disposable foam plate. You can use anything as a palette. You don't have to go out and buy no palette. I use palettes, yes I do. I use paper plates. I use paper, whatever's available and handy. And a little bit more white here and there. Okay, just tap, tap, tap. I like that blue color, so I'm going to make sure that I have plenty of blue there. I don't want it to look like dirty snow. So, pick up some more white. There you go. Twist and turn, get those effects. Break up those whites in there. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to wait maybe 15 minutes, whatever it takes, 15-20 minutes. Go take yourself a break. And again, this is acrylics, but we're going to be using the water mixable oils once this dry to put in our scenery. go ahead and take your break, because I sure will. I need my second cup of coffee this morning. See you soon. Okay, I'm back after the 15-minute break to give this a chance for the acrylic background to dry. But honestly, I probably took 16 minutes. Okay, what I noticed was that if your painting is still a little moist, a little wet, because you don't want to put your water mixable oils on top of wet acrylic. It has to be completely dry. So pull out your blow dryer, put it on the low settings, and blow dry it until it's completely dry. So we're going to do that, and you can put the cool setting if you like, the low heat and the cool setting. Completely dry. So if you're in a hurry to get your painting complete, don't forget your blow dryer. Always comes in handy. It's not just for your hair. Okay. Again, it looks messy, but it's okay because we're going to remove the tape. And we're only going to have an 8x10. So the rest really doesn't matter as long as the middle looks pretty. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up a medium size 1/2 inch angle brush, and we're going to do some trees in the back, and then we'll put the snow on top. But let's start with some dark olive green, and I'm using a foam plate today. We're going to do some snow here, so we're going to put a little bush here. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Pick up some more. Just keep tapping. That's a bush right there. And I'm going to do another bush right here. So this time I'm going to pick up some Payne's Gray. It's called Payne's Gray. P-A-Y-N-E-S. Payne's Gray. And I'm going to do that bush right here. Pick up some more. And maybe grabbing some more and making a little bush here. This one will be further back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of twigs right here, just so you can show. You can pick up the olive green or you can pick up the Payne's gray, doesn't matter, it's all dark. And a lot of these are going to be covered by the snow. This is the ground. Wiggle it in there. Same thing over here. This is the ground for this big bush right here. Just wiggle it, wiggle it. A little bit more here, a little more dark here. Wiggle it in there. Let me try to do some fine branches here. Maybe one here. Let me put one more. Where do I want it? Let's do it right here. That way the snow has a place to sit on those little branches. And maybe this one's not necessary, but I'm putting it anyway. Okay, so what we're going to do now is that we have that. I'm going to, let's see, I was thinking maybe a cabin here or maybe a fence here. I'm not sure because I don't have a picture. So I'm just using my imagination. Yeah, let's do the cabin. The little cabin is going to be here in the distance, and then there's going to be the fence here. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to pick up some. Let me put this one in water because I don't need that one anymore. I don't need that one anymore. So let me just go ahead and pick up a small filbert. It's a small, maybe 1/4. And we're going to pick up some, what's this? Burnt sienna and a little bit of white mixed in with white. Burnt sienna and some white. So we're going to do the, let's see, let's start here. We're going to make it small because remember this is in the distance. That's the roof. And the cabin looks something like that. This way here, so we're going to, it's not going to be a detailed cabin, but the roof here, the roof goes there, it's going to be in an angle here, shoot all distance, then we're going to go here, and here. Let's make this a little longer, grabbing some more burnt sienna, and make it into the distance like that. See, that's the roof. And I'm going to pick up some white, mix it in with a little bit of Payne's gray so that we can get the gray color. Mixing a lot so that we don't run out. So we're going to do the walls like this. Pick up some more. Okay, going back for some more grays. Going in here. And to clean your brush, I like to use paper towels instead of a rag with water mixable oils. We're going to darken some of that roof. Okay, let's give it a little door here. Make it a little bit bigger. Here's the door. Let's give it a window here, a window there. See? Okay, now we're gonna put the foundation here on the ground. Now that we did that, I'm not gonna give it a chimney, but you can give it a chimney later. I'm just gonna keep it simple and not give it a chimney. I'm going to put a little bit more brown in there, the burnt sienna with a little bit of white, just to kind of show the wood look. Just a little bit, not much. And I'm gonna do that right here. And right here. Pick up a little bit more white. A bit more white. There you go. Okay, we're going to leave that, and we're going to go ahead and start the fence. The fence, we're going to do the Payne's gray mixed in with a little bit of white, not much, and throw in there a little bit of burnt sienna, just a mixture, but it's going to be more dark than anything. Okay, so let's do that. where do we want it? We're going to put it here. It's going to be in the foreground, which means it's going to be way bigger than the house. So let's see. What if we put it right about here? Here. Okay. I'm going to pick up some more Payne's Gray because I don't have enough on my palette. And with these tops, they get stuck after a while. So that's why I use my little pliers here to open it up. And that's a good thing because you don't want air getting into these little tubes because it will dry it. And then another thing I do is once I put some on my palette, I like to grab whatever's on the tip of that. Because what happens is when you close it and you have all that to the rim, it goes all over the outside. And since I'm such a neat freak, I gotta have that clean. So I just grab it with my palette knife. So let's go back and put some more dark here for the post. That's the post. That's one post. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in this, yeah, let's keep it straight, an angle. This is the fence. And we're gonna do one more. And it's gonna come close to the bottom edge because remember, once we put it in a frame, it's gonna be pretty close. Here, there you go. Let's do one here. What do you say? Should we do one here? Yeah, let's do one here. This one will be here. We don't want it in the middle, so I'm going to move it over here. You don't want anything in the middle unless it's going to be the focus. This is the base. Let's put in some more here. Grab some more. There we go. A little bit more black. A little bit more black here. Okay. Now that that's done, we're going to should we go that way? No, let's keep it straight, or at least try to keep it straight. That's one and two. And because it's attached here and attached here, so let me dry my brush and make sure there's no water in it. So far I haven't had to mix water with water mixable oils. It's just solid. But that doesn't mean you don't have to. If you don't like the thickness of it, feel free to use water. That's why they call them the water mixable oils. But I'm not going to use it right now. I like the way it feels. So I'm picking up some sap green, and I'm just going to put some, not much, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Same thing here. Again, this is sap green. Sap green. Now I'm going to pick up some olive green with the same brush. I didn't bother cleaning it, but I'm gonna tap it. And yes, I know there's no hardly any grass during the winter, but in some areas there is grass. It's just mostly covered with snow. Let's put some here, right here. Let's see. Just gonna go along here. And a little bit more of olive here. Just tap wherever you like a little hill here. And what I'm gonna do is, actually, let me just put it in. I was gonna say you won't be able to see this because of the way I'm gonna be cutting this out, but I'm gonna put it in there anyway, just in case it doesn't get cut off. This is just a tree in the foreground. You don't see the whole thing, just a little bit. Okay, let's see what we're going to do here. Make sure that you have plenty of white, meaning snow, on your brush. And we're going to start by putting snow right here. You go ahead and shape your trees with the snow. And because it's oils, remember it's going to pick up some of that dark green that you already have there. But that's normal. See? Twist and turn. Twist and turn. Okay, this is a lot of snow here on this big tree, so we want to cover it. And also we're going to put some on that little cabin. So I'm going to pick up a cute little palette knife here to do that. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to place it here sideways, bend that, fold it down, and then go like this. See that? Again, start from the bottom, go down. That's snow. Grab some more. Okay. And aim it right where the roof starts, right here, and go down. Okay, there you go. A little further back. Okay, now let's do the other side. We're gonna do right here. Needs a little bit more snow on that side. There you go, that's better. Let's continue with the snow. Let's put some snow right here on the ground. Making sure I don't cover what I'm doing. Snow, snow, snow. Okay, continue with the snow. Tap, tap, tap. And again, it's going to pick up some of those darks in the underneath it, which is okay. Tap, tap, tap. And I'm using my angle brush, the 1/2 inch. Let me flip it this way. The snow has piled right here. I might need some more white. Can you believe that? Right. And if your white happens to run into the fence, it's okay. We can always come back and put some more darks in there. Same thing for here. I'm going to go ahead and put some here and here. Notice I flipped my brush. And now we're going to do this one. It's going to pick up a lot of that green because it's pretty heavy on it. Okay, let's load it up here. Load it up, twist and turn, twist and turn. Load it up. We'll come back and put some of those twigs back in there. Okay. I'm going to put some here just in case it shows. Might not show, but just in case. Let's do this side here. And if you want, once we're done, you can always add a little snowman here. Depending on how advanced you are, you can add children playing in the distance. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and define the gate once again. So I'm going to put this one there, pick up my palette knife, and pick up some of that Payne's gray. I'm going to flip it a touch here. I'm going to come this way. Okay, same thing here. Clean that up. And we're going to make this a little darker on the bottom, because remember the snow got on the bottom and it doesn't belong there. So let's put the black in. Same thing for the side here. See how it cleans it up? Again. With the same brush, I'm going to go ahead and pull out some more white. See, so you might say, oh, she's doing a lot of work. Why doesn't she just put a lot of white paint on her palette? Because these are expensive. Water mixable oils are expensive. There's nothing cheap about it. So what I do is I just use as I go along, little by little. If I need it, I can just always go get back and get some more. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick up a small brush and going to put some snow right on top of that gate right here. And it has piled up. Same thing here. It's piled up here in the corner. Same thing here. It's piled up. It's going across. Flip your brush to get the paint on the other side. Okay. A little bit more here. Do the same thing here. Tap, tap, tap. I'm going to put some here. It piled up really high here. A little bit there. A little bit there. Pile here, went up a little bit. Same thing here. Piled up. See all that snow? And I'm just going to put a little tap here above the door, a little bit of snow piled up right above the door. And right in front of it. Get some more. Piled. See, and what about here? A lot of snow. Tap it to bring it all together. Tap, tap, tap. Let's cover some of that blue. Doesn't have to be covered all the way, but at least some. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put more snow there, but for that I need a bigger brush. So I'm going to put these to the side, because I'll probably have to come back to that. And I'm just going to pile it up here. Just picking up, cleaning my plate, whatever I have left here on my plate, just piling it up. Just pile it up. There you go. I'm going to do the same thing over here. So let's do that now. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. A lot of snow, a lot of snow. Okay, well, I decided that we are going to do the lamppost. We have a few more minutes. I don't think the video is too long, but we're going to pick up this one and we're going to add some yellow. So let's pick up some yellow. And we're going to do something like this. Okay, the yellow doesn't want to get off my brush. That's how thick it is. And I'm putting yellow because the light is on. Okay, a little bit more. I'm gonna have to create like an orange color for the light. We're going to put it right here. Get a little wider. Now what we're going to do is going to put in the Payne's Gray to shape it into a lamp post. So what are we going to do? We're going to pick up a small brush, if I can find one, out of so many here. It's crazy how many brushes I have. Okay, I found the one I was looking for and it was hitting right underneath my big brush. This is what I was looking for my 1/4 inch liner. So I'm gonna pick up some of that Payne's Gray and we're going to draw it in, which means you gotta be careful because all this is wet. Now what you can do is let me show you here. What you can do is you can take any stick, any ruler, and rest your hand on it so that the oils won't get on your hand. So you see, you can rest. Just hold it and rest it. So let's shape this up. We're going to go like this. Pick up some more. We're going to do that. And if you're picking up yellow, it's okay. Let's pick up some more. And we're going to do the bottom. Dip it into that Payne's gray or black. Payne's gray or black, you can use either. For this part, you can use a bigger one, a bigger brush. But being that I have this in my hand, I'll just continue to use this one. Okay, this one, please. Now, before I continue with the line in the middle, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of white in there to show the light. My palette plate wants to run away. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. See, white. Just white to show the light. Pick up a little bit more white. You want it white. If you can get it in there white, not yellow. You might want to wait to get dries a little bit to do this. But if you can get away with doing it now, go ahead. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do the middle. Right here. Not too much. Blend it in. Put the middle. Now let's do the little top here. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm going to put a little shadow in the little cabin here, just using the same brush, same color. It's just a little shadow under here, under the roof. Same thing here, just a little bit of shadow. Okay, let's see. I'm going to darken that door since I have the black in my hand. There's so much snow, it almost covered the whole window over there. I can hardly see the window. But anyway, let's consider this a finished painting. And you can go ahead and sign it. I'm not going to sign mine yet. I'm going to wait until it completely dries. But let me pull my frame up so that you can see what it's going to look like. Not necessarily, you don't have to use this kind of frame or this color. You can use any color frame you like. I'll probably use a black one. And it'll look something like that. Yeah, moving it down a little bit. I think I will use something like this. Well, guys, I'll see you on our next adventure. God bless. Adios, amigos.